Clean your room,
The Proud
Jordan
Boys.
Peterson.
You need to clean your room and pet a cat, but also for some reason it has to do with Catholicism.
The problem with Jordan is that Jordan
Recording. All right, folks, then welcome to another episode of Leftist and Chill with iDanSimpson. That's me, iDanSimpson. Today, my guest is none other than Hambilus. Hambilus, how are you? I think you look adorable today.
Yeah, I put on makeup. I'm doing well. Good to talk to you. Good to see you. I see you every day, I guess. But...
Yeah, we see each other a lot, but never this intimately. Hambilus, you were like actually cute. I want to like just number one, wipe your nose and squeeze your cheeks. Someone's got to help you out over there. All right, so Hambilus, this is Leftist and Chill, where I invite my friends to come chat with me and spread the good word in one way, or another. And what I would love to do is think of our viewers who are watching this and how we can perhaps help them along on their leftward journey. At the same time, reflecting on our life and getting to know each other and having some laughs, maybe a little bit of tears, and we're just gonna see where this goes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started. I'd like to ask you, Hambilus, first about your leftward bound journey. So I invite my leftist friends. I call it anti-capitalism, and of course we want to pay very close attention to indigenous, LGBTQ, and other intersectional issues, and we want to make sure that we're thoughtful, good leftists, and not class reductionists. And that's going to be room for me to improve right there. But enough about me. I wanted to ask you, how do you get to this place? I call it anti-capitalism, leftist. But of course we know it involves more than that. How did you become a leftist?
Well,
I'll just edit it down to that. Let me start over.
Okay.
First question, Hambilus, how did you become a leftist, if that's what you call yourself?
Yeah, I've always been a liberal. I grew up in a liberal house. My father was very liberal, pretty base guy.
Okay.
He just as a quick example, he was the only scout. He was the scoutmaster of the only black scout troop in our hometown. So. And we always had fresh air kids, which were disadvantaged youth that were brought up from inner cities to spend the summer with us. So I was introduced to a lot of, and he was into science fiction, and we always had science fiction magazines around to read. So I was introduced to a lot of liberal ideas and concepts at a pretty young age. So I grew up liberal. I was always liberal, but
is it okay if I pause really quickly?
Yeah.
And just sort of have you define how you're using that word liberal, real quick, and then we'll go from there, just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Sure, just your classic liberal. I mean, socially liberal. Very much into equal rights and all of those kind of things. Like a progressive is today, maybe, like what you would call a progressive. But still very much a capitalist. I didn't know any different. You were immersed in it. Manufactured consent. So you grow up. Everything around you was capitalist. You're chasing the American dream. I may have been the last generation that chased the American dream because, born in '65, I still kind of believed I could do that. And I just moved slowly to the left. I had health problems. I had a bunch of other issues that kind of exposed to me the flaws in capitalism. And when I went onto YouTube not that long ago, I found TYT. And they were progressive, and the progressive policies just made a ton of sense to me. I was like, well, what we're doing is stupid compared to what being talked about here. And then I followed that onto Twitch, and the first political channel that I found, you're going to love this, was iDanSimpson, a little crappy streamer called iDanSimpson.
Get the fuck out.
And I came to your channel, and I have a couple other channels. I checked a lot of channels early on just because I didn't, know who I was going to be actually broadcasting consistently, and that kind of thing, and whether who I would like. But this was pretty much where I landed. And you were learning at that time. You were like reading manufactured consent and all kinds of other things. And so I was I was just kind of learning right along with you, you know,
I remember this.
and again, it just made so much sense. It just clicked for me. It's just logical. It's scientific. It's common sense. It's so many other things, you know.
Yeah, Hambilus, I remember those conversations. I remember some of those streams, and I almost look at those as like the golden days. Like those were so pure in this special way, and you know, looking back on it from now, it's been a journey, right? And
Yeah, a
it's
great
it's,
time.
it's it's actually interesting being able now to talk to someone who's like been on the journey with me while I was on it. Like that, this is actually a new level for this show here. So you. Yeah, it really sounds very similar to me. I don't think I would call my parents liberal. I would call them neoliberal Republicans, right? But yeah, same. I eventually found some leftist content. I didn't really watch the Young Turks. I found other stuff, but I wouldn't even say leftist content, but progressive content that I like to say helped me establish my feet on sort of that moving walkway that was inching me leftward. And it's fascinating that we were watching those same things together. Let's talk about if you could perhaps look back and talk to a younger version of yourself, a younger liberal version of yourself. Perhaps you can imagine going back in time. Perhaps you can imagine someone like yourself in chat right now listening. What might you say? How can they skip a few steps in life?
I would say that if I had one thing that I would have learned at a much younger age, it's that you don't really know somebody else. You know, I've made so many regrettable mistakes in my life because I made assumptions about somebody.
Mm.
Even people you know well. You think I part of me thinks I know Dan. I don't know Dan. I don't know what's going on in your life. I don't know what struggles and problems you have, what you've gone through in the past. Only what you tell us, you know. And so when you make assumptions, you can make big mistakes about people.
Mm. That's good shit. I don't know. Do you have like a good example of that you might be able to drive the point home? I don't know. I'm thinking.
Oh, sure.
Outside the box.
I had somebody that I knew that I had spent quite a bit of time talking with and knew for quite a while, and they had they had led a fairly charmed life as far as I knew, and I had made that comment to him. I said, you know, geez, you know, what do you know about what I'm going through? You know, you haven't gone through anything in your life, you know. And then they turned around and told me, well, their first love had died of brain cancer. And I was like, oh man, did I stick my foot in my mouth on that one, you know? And so, you know, you just don't know. Somehow somebody presents themselves is not necessarily who they are, or what they've been through, or the sum total of who they are as a person. You can't know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm starting to actually become a little skeptical. That's not what you look like. Okay. Yeah. All right. Good point. Good point. I see what you're doing there. You teach a younger self of you to be more skeptical of the way people present themselves. And I don't know, what's the danger there. Let's keep chatting about it. We got time. I don't want to be. I don't want to pry. Feel free to stop me at any time you want. But I just want to sort of dig in here.
Well, the danger there to me is just that you're going to have regrets. You're going to hurt people. You're going to say things that you are going to regret having said, and also, empathy is really an important part, I think, of any move to the left. And part of empathy is understanding that you need to talk to a person to find out what's going on with them. You can't make assumptions. You know, like we look at people on the right and we say, oh, chud, you know, that person's a chud. Whereas in my mind, I think, how did they get there? Why are they thinking this way? You know, what has happened in their life that they are now thinking the way they're thinking? And when they come into my channel, that's what I try to do. I try to talk to them. I try to say, where are you getting your views from? How are you informing yourself? Why do you think this?
Is that I don't know. How are you finding that to be?
Not
Is
bad.
yeah.
You can always just boot somebody if
Yeah.
they don't, if they're not engaging with you. If they come
Yeah.
in and they just refuse to engage, and the ones that annoy me are the ones that will, instead of respond, like they'll ask a question and you'll answer the question, and instead of continuing to respond to that, they'll move on to the next question
They're down another rabbit hole.
and just rapid fire and more questions at you. And I'm
Yep.
like, just go away. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, not for
You're
me.
monopolizing the conversation, and we're not getting anywhere. But if they're engaging in good faith, I'm more than happy to sit and talk with someone. I mean, I don't see myself as any great bring people to the left kind of thing, like Boba or anything. But I like talking to people, so why not talk to them?
I love it. I love it. Let me know how that goes for you, and how, and what your success stories that you have along the way. It's always good to learn about those. And of course, I'm not going to be able to catch all your streams.
And that would be my dream would be that someday someone says to me, "Oh, I was a chud and I came to your channel, and now I'm not a chud anymore." That would be awesome.
What do you think? Like, how did you learn this? Because I too, it took me a while to sort of learn how to deal with trolls. So, like, you sort of figured out, like, all right, you've done it. Was it just through experience? How do you learn a skill like that? How can we share this with younger streamers?
I was a troll. I was on a board. Well, when I was young, I was on a free speech board called Troll Kingdom, and I spent a lot of time there.
Free speech.
Yeah.
He's a free speecher.
Now, to be fair, I would consider a liberal troll. We would go after white supremacy sites and things like that. But I was a troll. I learned the trade, if you will.
Yeah. That's
incredible. And I'll tell you, kids
so
today,
you
they
know
don't
the
know how to
ways.
troll.
So they don't know how to troll, right? Yeah, it's like lazy, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm like bored with them often. But at the same time, the more you learn about what they're doing and how they're doing it and why they're doing it, it disarms them in your brain and in your emotions. I forgot, Hambilus, to allow you to give yourself the big shout out. Go ahead and take 30 seconds or so. Let folks know what your big deal is and where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitch, Hambilus, and or Hambilus on Twitter, and just a newly minted leftist streamer who's I don't know, trying to find my place in the community and hoping to have some fun, and maybe if it turns into making a little bit of money so I can pay for the microphone and the subscriptions that I have to other people's channels, I'll be thrilled.
It becomes a thing, doesn't it? All the subs to all your favorite channels. It's hard to sub to everyone that I want to sub to.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's move along. Let's move on here. We already talked about Be Best. All right, let's move along. Oh wow, we're moving along at a steady click, which means we'll have plenty of time to talk later about something that's on your mind. Did I already allow you to do that, or did we jump right in?
You gave me some time. I didn't use it.
All right, we can do it later.
I yielded my time.
You yielded your time. I love it. I'm going to yield it right on back here after the Leftist Inquisition, Bernard Pivot's questionnaire. Let's go ahead and start with number one. First question on my list. Hambilus, what's your favorite word?
Hope.
Hope.
Yeah, I think, I'm a fan of saying, one of my favorite sayings is, there's nothing that you can get from faith that you can't get from hope.
Edgy atheist, huh? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Well, I'm definitely an atheist.
Yeah.
But I'm a humanist. I'm very much into trying to imagine a positive future, not a doomer, not a black pill guy.
Are you in a humanist organization?
No, I mean, I guess, secular humanists, I kind of identify with that, but I've never gone to meetings or anything.
You might want to consider starting a chapter in your town.
Yeah, that would be great,
Throwing
except
it
for
out
I
there.
can't leave the house, so
Yeah.
little
I don't
crimp in
know.
my social
Yeah,
style.
that fucking sucks. I really stuck my mouth in my foot in my mouth that time. I'm sorry, Hambilus. Love your face, dude.
That's all right.
Hey, what's your least favorite word?
Least favorite word.
Yeah.
Hate.
Hate. Okay, I gotta change the question later. Phrase it differently. Okay. Next. What is your favorite drug? And feel free to
Well,
yeah.
not a surprise there. Cannabis.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a big cannabis user. I use it both medicinally and recreationally.
Beautiful. I love the way you put that. Do you have like a medicinal card or anything like that?
You know, they don't have them here. At least
Oh, I forgot to ask.
at
Were
least
you
they're
aware?
worthless if they do have them, because what happened was when they opened up the retail side, all of the it was just it was better, it was more money, and so all of the and they had these restrictions on pricing and such for the
Yeah.
medical side, and so that all the medical places just closed and opened up retail.
Do you mind if I ask where? That sounds terrible.
Washington,
Oh,
Seattle.
Washington State.
They're
Ooh, man.
working on it. They got different laws they're trying to get passed to maybe have a discount card or other kinds of ideas, but
Yeah, there's so much fucking space out there. You can probably. There were people growing it. Like literally, we would come across grow organizations. When I worked on the trail crew, driving down the road, you could see a van. That's often a big sign that someone's growing weed somewhere in the forest. All right. What's a sound or noise, Hambilus, that you love?
laughter.
Hmm.
Especially young people laughing.
Yeah. Pure.
Yeah, I mean, it's both good and bad to me, because it reminds me that I'm old, but it also reminds me that I was once young, and brings back good memories. I think everybody can remember running on the playground as a kid, and you just had all that energy and you felt like you were floating instead of walking, and you just, that's a good thing to remember anytime in your life.
It's beautiful, Hambilus. What is a sound or noise that you dislike intensely?
Honking horns.
Yeah.
Especially like a car alarm. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck me.
Do you happen to like live by a busy street right now?
No, but I mean, anywhere. I mean, nowadays, like a parking lot or something. Why have I got background noise?
I'm joking. No, I'm outside your window. That's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But just there's a parking lot around out here. I live in an apartment complex, so you get, you
So
always
many
get
cars.
car alarms.
Yeah. Okay, Hambilus, what's your favorite curse word? And of course, no slurs. You have to say it.
Yeah, fuck. Pretty much, not really anything interesting there, but it's just, as you and Kenzo talked, it's just a great word. It is a great word.
You can't beat it.
No.
It's got everything. Fuck.
Fucking fuck the fuckity fucker. Just pretty much. There's so many different ways you can put that word out there, both in swearing and in just your everyday speech.
Yeah. I love saying it. People get so uptight. You can't even say fuck. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I always thought swear words were kind of dumb to begin with. I mean, why can we say, crap but not shit, or feces but not shit, I mean, whatever.
It's just pointing to ideas, and then one of the words points to the idea that we should be offended.
Yeah, I mean, you realize that it's an abstract thing, language. I mean, they literally both mean the same thing. I mean,
excellent. Hambilus, who would you like to see on a new banknote if you had to make the choice?
iDanSimpson. No.
Hey.
No gods, no masters. I don't really want to put anybody on a banknote, but I guess if I was going to put somebody on there, maybe Mr. Rogers.
Oh, he's so based. Like I'm just waiting for the day like the other shoe drops where I find out that like he beat his kids or some shit. Like, oh, I
Yeah, or
can't. I'm so nervous.
he Cosby'd a bunch of women or something. You know, that's just,
Oh no! Oh no! I
yeah,
don't
because
want.
it seems
Yeah,
like all our heroes just get destroyed
every
nowadays. You
time.
know,
Every time. Don't have any. I think that's
yeah, yeah.
best.
I mean, it's hard not to kind of. I mean,
Yeah.
boy, you want somebody. You want somebody that you can go, hey, it's possible to be a good human being. You know,
Yeah.
this
Oh,
guy did it, but
that's why I like you, Hambilus. You haven't failed me yet.
well, I'm trying.
Hambilus, what profession other than those that you've had would you not like to attempt?
Not. Oh boy. I think soldier.
Oh yeah, just just global, the boot of global imperialism and capitalism, colonialism.
Yeah, and
Sorry,
the idea
you
that
go
your
ahead.
job is to kill somebody. I mean, that's my job. That's what I'm training to do. You know, that doesn't sound like something that I want to wake up every day going, you know, oh yay, I'm learning to kill people.
Right. It's the
And
moral.
and,
Yeah.
and what do you
Please.
do with that skill? I mean, I guess you know that they have you supposedly get leadership and discipline and all that. So when you come out, then places want to hire you because you're a military veteran. So I guess there's that. I don't know though. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I mean, no, thank you.
Soldier.
You know what kills me is when you move to the left, you begin to see all of these different things that you didn't see before. You know, and I used to see soldiers in like a Walmart or something, and I would say thank you for your service. And now I don't say that anymore because I'm like, you know, I don't really agree with what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and for who, right? I mean, there's a moral dilemma. You can't just let people who are violent win just because they're willing to be violent, and you're not. But at what point, who should we be willing to fight for? It breaks your heart sometimes to
And
see.
then
Yeah,
you don't know, you know, there's people like left flank vets where they would actually be upset if you said thank you for your service, you know, so you don't know,
don't
you
even
know,
say it exactly.
yeah.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't these days. But I'm on the left flank vet side of things. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Hambilus, if you were reincarnated as some other plant or animal, what would it be?
Gonna go with the boring answer again, cat. I
Yeah.
love cats. I've had cats my whole life. I cannot live without a cat. I just love cats.
Love them. Do you have cats now?
Yeah, we had two. We lost one just recently,
Sorry to hear
unfortunately,
that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Right.
but
Breaks my
and we're
heart.
probably going to get another one. We're trying to decide whether we want to get like a special needs cat, or the other thing is we have our cat. Our two cats didn't get along, and so
Yeah.
we're thinking with the one cat left now, we might go like the foster route, and then just kind of like wait until we get a cat that they get along with, and then adopt that one.
Oh, cool.
And then the other ones will just foster back out when our foster time is done. You know.
Nice. Or if you want to have 3 cats, you can get a bonded pair. That's what my partner and I are considering, but I don't know if we want to go the 3 route.
Yeah,
Our
we've had
young
up
one
to
is a handful.
we've had up to 5 cats in the past.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, and my sister had 8 at one point.
Whoa. Wow,
Cat
dude.
family.
That escalated quickly. That's amazing.
But that's a little much, you know. I mean, my thing is,
Yeah.
I want to have a number of cats where I can be a responsible pet owner. If they get sick or something, I don't want to have to go, well, gee, I got to put my cat down because I don't have the money, you know.
Right, breaks your heart. All right, here is our final question for Hambilus. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God? Excuse me. If heaven and God exist, what would you like to hear them say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I'm sorry, I really fucked up, and I'm sending you to hell to join the resistance. They have iDanSimpson down there. It's pretty much on 24/7. Everywhere you look, there's iDanSimpson. That's his hell. He gets to sit down there and broadcast 24/7 to an empty chat room.
That is my fucking hell, dude.
And our hell is that we get to watch them all the time.
Oh.
Anywhere we turn our head, there's an iDanSimpson. You can't get away from it.
Well, at least we get to enjoy it together.
No, I do. I don't believe in God, obviously, but I think he's got a lot to answer for. If I find myself, in front of him, I've got some questions.
All right. Well, that concludes this portion of the interview.
All right.
I'll actually leave. Hold on. I'll leave the. We can continue with the Leftist Inquisition. Let me say that again. I'll forget to edit this out, but who cares? We'll continue with the Leftist Inquisition, and I'd like to give you the opportunity to maybe ask me any questions, and in the meantime, chat can go ahead and fire away any questions for Hambilus, and if Hambilus is happy to answer those, he can choose to do so.
If
what do you think? Any questions for me at this time? Yeah.
If you were going to get a dog, what kind of dog would you get?
Oh my God, I love those little dogs with the big old ears. Not like, hold on, I do love those big doormat dogs. Bloodhound type dogs. But I'm thinking these are they spaniels? They're so cute, and they get me. Oh my God, every time with a spaniel. Do we need to go to the scene with the let's do this.
God.
Let's go to the spaniel scene. These
Beautiful
are like
dogs.
some of my favorite dogs. They are so sweet. This one especially. Look at this beautiful dog. Everyone, look. I think it's the King Charles Spaniels. Is that right? Oh my gosh, I love these doggos. But I love pretty much every kind of doggo. If I'm driving and I see people who are waiting in the crosswalk, I might not stop. I don't. It's just sort of Chicago. It's just how it is. Not in the crosswalk, but waiting on the side, right? But if I see someone with like a dog waiting at the side, I'm more likely to stop. I want to hang out. I want to watch that dog prance across the street, little cute ears. I'm so happy. I love all the Chicago doggos, and this might be one of the dogs that I'd get. But personally, you sort of just gotta go. You gotta go to the shelter and find a dog that's in need of some love.
Yeah, I love it. I think I would probably go to like a Jack Russell Terrier or something. One of these little smart dogs,
They're so good, right?
Yeah, that you can teach tricks to and all kinds of other stuff. Although it's kind of weird teaching tricks to dog. I feel like maybe it's my move to the left now. I'm like, dance little doggy. It makes me feel bad almost, Although dogs are just like, I just want to make you happy. That's my whole life.
They are like that, yeah. It's adorable. They're great. Questions for Hambilus in the chat? Fire them away, y'all. Any other questions for me, Hambilus? From you?
Gee, put me on the spot here.
No, it's fine.
I gotta fill the time. I gotta make content for Dan.
No, that's fine. You're perfect. This is not a worry. I'm loving this. And yes, my cat is being heard in the background. She's screaming away. She needs attention while she's being fed.
I love Yoshi. I love cats. They're just like, they don't give a shit. They're just like, pet me, knock your microphone out of the way, and sit on your mouse, whatever.
Oh my gosh. They're little terrorists.
Oh yeah.
In the best way. Absolutely. Okay. Well, I tell you what, Hambilus, I think that'll be fun, and we'll go ahead and wrap things up here. I want to thank you so much for your time. I want to thank you for sharing your story, and I'm not seeing this as the end. I'm looking at this as our first of hopefully many chats, Hambilus. I see me sending another invite to you probably sooner than later, and we can keep it going. Okay, buddy?
I look forward to it.
All right. Well, thank you, Hambilus. We'll let you go, and love your face.
Take care, Dan.
All right, bye. All right. Whoops. Uh-oh. All right, nothing's fucked here. Everything's fine. Oh my gosh, my belly is hungry. Sorry, I didn't say that. I don't mean anything. Sometimes I think directly out loud and I have no filter. I feel, you know what? When I imagined the show, that's how long I thought it would be. I'm not gonna lie. That's how how long I thought it would be. I like that. That's gonna be good on YouTube. I gotta stop recording. Hey YouTube, you're watching a clip from my Twitch channel. twitch.tv/iDanSimpson, where you can follow for free and subscribe for only $5 a month. Thanks for watching.